What are your hobbies and interests?
Hi Abby, what do you usually do in your free time?
Well, I love to play video games and read books. What about you?
I like to go hiking and camping. It's a great way to stay active and enjoy nature.
That sounds interesting. I've never tried hiking before.
You should definitely give it a try. It's a great way to disconnect from technology and enjoy some fresh air.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll think about it.
Also, I enjoy playing the guitar and writing songs in my spare time. It's a great way to express myself creatively.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument, but I never had the chance to.
It's never too late to start. You could always take some lessons or learn online.
Yeah, maybe I will. Thanks for the suggestion.
Do you prefer indoor or outdoor activities?
Hey Abby, what do you prefer, indoor or outdoor activities?
I would say outdoor activities, for sure. I love hiking and camping.
That's cool. I'm more of an indoor person. I like reading and watching movies at home.
Yeah, I also like those things, but I feel like I need some fresh air and nature from time to time.
I understand that. I just feel more comfortable indoors, I guess.
I get it. But you should try some outdoor activities with me sometime. Maybe you'll change your mind.
Sure, I'm open to new experiences. Maybe you can show me some good hiking spots.
Have you tried any new hobbies lately?
Hey Abby, have you tried any new hobbies lately?
Well, actually, I bought a guitar a few weeks ago and I've been practicing every day. It's been really fun.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument, but I never got around to it.
You should give it a try. It's never too late to start. Plus, there are tons of online tutorials and resources to help you learn.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll start with a ukulele or something smaller.
That's a great idea. Ukuleles are really fun to play and they're a bit easier for beginners.
What is your favorite hobby to do alone?
Hey Abby, what's your favorite hobby to do alone?
I think it would have to be reading. I love getting lost in a good book.
Same here, I find it really relaxing. But my favorite hobby to do alone is probably hiking. I love being out in nature and just taking in the scenery.
That sounds like a great way to clear your head. I've never really been much of a hiker myself.
You should try it sometime. It's a great way to disconnect from technology and just be present in the moment.
Yeah, that does sound appealing. Maybe I'll give it a try. Have you ever taken a class to learn a new skill or hobby?
Hey Abby, have you ever taken a class to learn a new skill or hobby?
Yeah, I took a cooking class last year. It was great.
That sounds interesting. Did you learn any new recipes?
Yes, I learnt how to make sushi, pasta, and some desserts.
Wow, that's impressive. I've been thinking about taking a photography class. I want to improve my skills.
That's a great idea. You should definitely do that. I've heard that there are some online classes available too.
Thanks for the suggestion. I'll look into it.
Do you have any hobbies that you have been committed to for a long time?
Hey Abby, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, just the usual. Work, gym, and painting.
Painting? I didn't know you were into that.
Yeah, I've been painting for a few years now. It's a great way to relax and unwind after a long day.
That's cool. I've been into photography for a while now. I love going out and capturing different sceneries.
Photography sounds interesting. Have you ever considered taking it up professionally?
Not really. I just do it for fun. But who knows, maybe someday.
What is your favorite thing to do on weekends?
Hey Abby, what's up? How was your weekend?
It was great. I went hiking with some friends. What about you?
Same here, actually. I love going on hikes on the weekends. It's a great way to get some exercise and enjoy nature.
That's awesome. Do you usually go to the same place?
Yeah, there's a trail near my house that I like to go to. But sometimes I mix it up and try out new trails.
That sounds fun. I usually just stay at home and watch movies on the weekends.
That's cool too. Everyone has their own way of relaxing.
Have you ever tried any adventurous activities like bungee jumping or skydiving?
Hey Abby, have you ever tried any adventurous activities like bungee jumping or skydiving?
Yeah, I have tried bungee jumping once.
Really? How was it?
It was an amazing experience. I was scared at first, but the adrenaline rush was worth it.
I have always wanted to try bungee jumping, but I am not sure if I have the guts for it.
You should definitely give it a try. It's not as scary as it seems.
Maybe I will. What about skydiving? Have you ever tried that?
No, I haven't tried skydiving yet. But I am planning to do it soon.
That's cool. Let me know how it goes.
What hobbies do you have that you can turn into a career?
Hey Abby, do you ever think about turning your hobbies into a career?
Definitely. I love painting and drawing, but I never thought it could be a career.
You should definitely look into it. I turned my love for photography into a full-time job. It's great to do something you love and get paid for it.
That's awesome. How did you make the transition from hobby to career?
It wasn't easy, but I started taking pictures for friends and family, then built up my portfolio and started advertising my services online. It took a while, but it was worth it.
What are some hobbies that you would like to try in the future?
Hey Abby, what are your plans for the weekend?
I'm not sure yet, but I've been wanting to try some new hobbies. You know, something different than just binge-watching Netflix.
Yeah, I know what you mean. What kind of hobbies are you interested in?
I think I want to try gardening. I've heard it's really therapeutic and it's a great way to disconnect from technology for a while.
That sounds cool. I've always wanted to try cooking. I mean, I can make a mean grilled cheese sandwich, but I want to learn how to make more complex dishes.
Oh, that's awesome. Cooking can be so much fun, especially when you get to enjoy the end result.
What is the most challenging hobby you have tried?
Hey Abby, have you ever tried skateboarding?
Yeah, I did. It was so challenging.
I know, right? I gave it a try last week and it was harder than I expected.
Exactly. It takes a lot of practice and balance. I fell so many times.
Me too. I even got a few bruises. But I'm not giving up yet. It's a fun hobby.
Yeah, but you have to be careful. Safety first, always wear a helmet.
Definitely. I learned it the hard way.
Haha, yeah. What's the most challenging hobby you have tried?
I think skateboarding is on the top of the list, but I also tried rock climbing once. It was tough, but thrilling at the same time.
Wow, that sounds exciting. I might give it a try someday.
Do you have any hobbies that help you relieve stress?
Hey Abby, do you have any hobbies that help you relieve stress?
Yeah, I love to play guitar. It's like meditation for me.
That's cool. I used to play guitar too, but I haven't picked it up in ages.
Oh, you should start playing again. It's such a great way to unwind.
I know. I just don't seem to find the time for it anymore.
Maybe you don't have to play for hours. Even 15 minutes a day could make a difference.
You're right. I'll give it a try this weekend. Thanks for the suggestion, Abby.
No problem, man. Let me know how it goes.
What are your favorite hobbies to do with friends or family?
Hey Abby, what are your favorite hobbies to do with friends or family?
I love playing board games with my family. It's a great way to bond and spend quality time together. What about you?
I enjoy playing sports with my friends, especially playing basketball or football. It's a lot of fun and keeps us active.
That sounds great. I also like going on hikes with my friends. We get to explore new places and get some exercise at the same time.
Yeah, I've been on a few hikes with my family too. It's a nice change of scenery from the city.
Have you ever volunteered for any hobbies or interests-related events?
Hey, Abby. I heard you're really into photography. Have you ever volunteered for any photography events?
Yeah, I have. I actually volunteered at a local photography festival last year. It was really cool to see all the different photography styles and meet other photographers.
That sounds awesome. I'm really into music, and I've volunteered at a few music festivals before. It's a great way to be around live music and meet new people who share the same interests.
Definitely. Volunteering for hobbies and interest-related events is a great way to give back to the community and connect with others who share the same passions.
What is the most expensive hobby you have ever had?
Hey Abby, have you ever had an expensive hobby?
Yeah. I used to collect rare stamps. It was pretty expensive, but I loved it.
That sounds cool. My most expensive hobby was probably photography. I spent so much money on cameras, lenses, and editing software.
Oh wow, I can imagine. But I bet you took some amazing photos.
Thanks, I like to think so. But I eventually had to give it up because it was just too expensive to keep up with.
Yeah. Hobbies can definitely drain your bank account if you're not careful.
Do you prefer creative hobbies like painting or writing or physical hobbies like playing sports? Hey Abby, what do you prefer doing in your free time?
I love playing sports. It keeps me active and energized. What about you?
I enjoy painting and writing. It helps me relax and express my creativity.
That's cool. I wish I had the patience for those hobbies. I get easily frustrated if I can't do something quickly.
Yeah, I can see that. But for me, the process is more important than the result. It's therapeutic for me.
I understand. For me, it's all about the adrenaline rush I get from playing sports.
I can see that. It's just a matter of personal preference, I guess.
Definitely. So, do you have any favorite painters or writers?
Yeah, I love Vincent van Gogh and Edgar Allan Poe. What about you? Any favorite sports teams or players?
I'm a big fan of the Lakers and LeBron James.
What are some hobbies that you can do while traveling?
Hey Abby, what do you like to do when you're traveling?
Well, I always bring my camera with me to take pictures. How about you?
I like to try new foods and drinks, and I also enjoy hiking and exploring nature.
Those are great options. Have you ever tried painting or drawing while traveling?
No, I haven't. But it sounds interesting. Do you do that?
Yeah. I bring a small sketchbook and some pencils with me. It's a nice way to capture the scenery and relax.
That's a great idea. I might try that on my next trip. Have you ever attended any hobby clubs or groups?
Hey Abby, have you ever attended any hobby clubs or groups?
Yeah, I used to be part of a photography club. It was pretty cool to meet other people who share the same passion for photography.
That sounds interesting. I've never been part of a hobby club, but I've always wanted to try.
You should definitely give it a go. It's a great way to make new friends and learn more about your hobby.
Do you know of any good clubs around here?
There's a book club that meets at the local library every month, and I've heard there's a hiking group that meets up at the park on Saturdays.
Thanks, I'll check them out. What are some hobbies that you can do at home?
Hey Abby, what have you been up to lately?
Not much, just trying to find some new hobbies to do at home.
Oh, I hear you. I've been doing a lot of reading and cooking lately. It's been pretty fun.
I'm not much of a cook, but I've been thinking about trying some painting or drawing.
That sounds cool. I've also heard of people doing puzzles, playing board games, or even learning a new language.
Learning a new language sounds interesting. Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah, I've been using an app called Duolingo. It's free and has a lot of different languages to choose from.
I'll have to check it out. Thanks for the suggestion, Alfie.
What hobbies do you think are becoming more popular lately?
Hey, Abby, have you noticed that more people are into hiking now?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've also noticed that rock climbing seems to be gaining popularity.
Oh, I've never tried rock climbing before. What's it like?
It's challenging but super rewarding. It's a great way to get a full body workout while enjoying some incredible views.
Sounds interesting. Any other hobbies you think are becoming more popular?
Well, with everyone spending more time at home lately, I've seen a lot of people getting into baking and gardening.
Oh yeah, I've definitely tried my hand at baking some banana bread during quarantine. It's fun to learn new skills and hobbies.
Have you ever won any awards for your hobbies or interests?
Hey, Abby. Do you have any hobbies or interests that you excel in?
Well, I like playing chess and I have won a few tournaments in my university.
That's amazing. I have never won any awards for my hobbies or interests.
Oh, that's okay. It's more about enjoying what you do rather than winning prizes.
Yeah, you're right. What motivates you to keep playing chess?
I love the challenge and the strategy involved in the game. It also helps keep my mind sharp.
That's great. I might have to start playing chess too.
What hobbies or interests do you have that not many people know about?
Hey Abby, do you have any secret hobbies or interests that not many people know about?
Let me think. Well, I really enjoy playing the ukulele, but I don't usually tell people about it.
That's cool. I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument. I actually like to collect rocks, but not many people know about it.
Really? That's interesting. What kind of rocks do you collect?
I collect all kinds of rocks, but I'm really into crystals and gemstones. I find them fascinating.
That's awesome. I never would have guessed that about you.
Yeah, it's not something I usually talk about. But it's a fun hobby for me.
What are some hobbies that you can do during the winter season?
Hey Abby, what do you do during winter season?
Well, I usually stay indoors and enjoy some indoor activities. But sometimes, I go skiing.
Oh, skiing. That sounds like a fun hobby. I've never tried it before.
You should give it a try. It's a fantastic way to enjoy the winter season. But if you're not into skiing, you can try ice skating, snowboarding, or even snowshoeing.
I've been ice skating before, but I'm not very good at it. Maybe I can try snowshoeing. I've heard it's a good workout.
Yeah, snowshoeing is a great way to stay active during winter. You can also try building a snowman or having a snowball fight with your friends or family.
That's a great idea. Thanks for the suggestions, Abby.
No problem, Alfie. Just remember to dress warm when doing outdoor activities.
Have you ever created anything related to your hobbies like a blog or a YouTube channel?
Hey Abby, have you ever created anything related to your hobbies?
Yeah man, I have a YouTube channel where I post videos of my gaming sessions.
That's cool. I've been thinking of starting a blog about my hiking adventures.
You totally should. It's a great way to connect with other enthusiasts and share your experiences.
Yeah, I think I will. Thanks for the encouragement, Abby.
No problem, let me know when you start the blog so I can check it out. What hobbies do you have that require a lot of patience?
Hey, Abby. What are your hobbies that require a lot of patience?
Well, I love gardening. It takes a lot of patience to see the plants grow and mature.
Oh, that's cool. I'm into puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles. It's a good exercise for my brain and it requires a lot of patience and concentration.
Yeah, I can imagine. I also like knitting. It's a very relaxing and calming activity that requires a lot of patience too.
Knitting, huh? That's interesting. I've never tried it, but I heard it's very therapeutic.
It is. You should try it sometime. You might like it.
What are some hobbies that you can do for free or with a low budget?
Hey Abby, do you have any hobbies that don't cost a lot of money?
Yeah, there are plenty of things you can do for free or with a low budget. For example, you can go hiking, read books, or start a blog.
That's true. I've been thinking about getting into photography, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on it.
You don't have to. You can start taking pictures with your phone or a cheap camera. There are also plenty of free resources online to learn about photography.
That's a good idea. I also heard that you can learn how to code for free online.
Yes, there are many websites that offer free coding courses like Code Academy or Free Code Camp.
Thanks for the suggestions, Abby. I'll definitely look into them.
Have you ever participated in any charity events related to your hobbies or interests?
Hey Abby, have you ever participated in any charity events related to your hobbies or interests?
Yeah, I have. I'm an avid runner, and I've participated in several charity runs over the years.
That's great! Which charities have you supported?
I've supported a few different charities, but my favorite is the local animal shelter. They do amazing work, and I love running for a cause that's close to my heart.
I've never participated in a charity event before, but I've been thinking about it. I'm really into photography, so I was thinking about doing a photo shoot to raise money for a charity.
That sounds like a great idea. There are so many different ways to support charities, and it's always rewarding to use your hobbies and interests to give back. What hobbies do you have that help you stay fit?
Hey Abby, do you have any hobbies that help you stay fit?
Yeah, I love playing basketball.
Oh cool, I used to play a lot of basketball myself. Nowadays, I mostly go for a run or hit the gym.
That's great. I also go for a run sometimes. It's a great way to clear my mind.
I couldn't agree more. And it's nice to be outside and enjoy nature while exercising.
Exactly. Plus, it's good to have a variety of activities to keep things interesting.
Definitely. What other hobbies do you have besides basketball and running?
I also like hiking and swimming. How about you?
I enjoy hiking too. And occasionally, I play some tennis with my friends.
What are some hobbies that you can do with kids?
Hey Abby, do you have any plans for the weekend with your kids?
Not really. Why?
Well, I was thinking of doing some hobbies that we can do with our kids. I heard that it's a great way to bond with them.
That sounds like a great idea. What hobbies do you have in mind?
We can try baking cupcakes, painting, or even planting a small garden. I think the kids will enjoy it.
Those all sound like fun activities. I think my kids would love to bake some cupcakes.
Great! I'll bring my recipe book and we can make some yummy treats with them.
Have you ever been to any hobby-related events like comic cons or book fairs?
Hey Abby, have you ever been to any hobby-related events like Comic Cons or book fairs?
Yeah, I've been to a few comic cons. They're really cool.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to go to one.
You should definitely go. There's so much to see and do. You can meet your favorite artists, get autographs, and buy cool merchandise.
That sounds so fun. How crowded are they?
It really depends on the event and the day you go. Some days are less crowded than others, but generally, they can get pretty packed.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Thanks for the info, Abby.
Anytime, man. Let me know if you end up going. We can geek out together. What are some hobbies that you can do during the summer season?
Hey Abby, what are your plans for the summer?
Not sure yet. Maybe just chill at home.
You should try some fun hobbies. I'm thinking of taking up photography and hiking.
I've never tried those before. What else can I do?
Well, you can try swimming, playing sports like basketball or volleyball, or even learn to cook some summer dishes.
Those sound great. Maybe I'll try cooking and swimming.
Awesome, let me know if you need any help with any of those hobbies.
Thanks, Alfie. I appreciate it.
Have you ever tried any artistic hobbies like pottery or sculpting? Hey, Abby. Have you ever tried any artistic hobbies like pottery or sculpting?
No, I haven't. Why do you ask?
I've been thinking about trying something new and creative. I thought maybe we could take a pottery class together.
That sounds interesting. What made you interested in pottery?
I saw some videos on Instagram and it looked like a fun way to express yourself. Plus, I love the idea of creating something from scratch.
I see. Well, count me in. Let's find a class to take together and see how it goes.
Yes. I think it will be a great way to bond and learn something new at the same time.
What hobbies or interests do you have that you inherited from your parents or grandparents?
Hey, Abby. Do you have any hobbies or interests you share with your parents or grandparents?
Yeah, I inherited gardening from my grandma. She always had a beautiful garden and I love growing my own vegetables and flowers.
That's cool. My dad taught me how to play chess and it's become a hobby of mine. We play together every week.
That's awesome. I wish I knew how to play. My dad was more of a football guy, so that's something we enjoy together.
It's nice to have those shared interests with family. It's kind of like a tradition that gets passed down.
Definitely. Makes for great memories too.
What are some hobbies that you can do in a group setting?
Hey Abby, I was thinking of getting into a new hobby. Do you have any ideas of what we could do in a group setting?
How about playing board games? It's always a fun time with a group.
That sounds like a good idea. Any particular game you have in mind?
Well, there's Settlers of Catan, Ticket to Ride, or even Monopoly. Those are all classics.
Yeah, I've played those before. What about something more active, like playing sports or going for a hike?
Definitely. We could join a local sports league or organize a group hike. Both are great ways to stay active and social.
I like that. Let's start planning something soon.
Have you ever been to any hobby-related workshops or seminars?
Hey Abby, have you ever been to any hobby-related workshops or seminars?
Yeah, I attended a photography workshop last year. It was really informative and I learned a lot.
That's interesting. I've never been to one before. What did they cover in the workshop?
They taught us about composition, lighting, and how to use different camera settings to get the best shot. We also got to practice taking photos and got feedback from the instructor.
That sounds like a great experience. I've been thinking about attending a woodworking seminar to learn how to make my own furniture.
That's cool, you should definitely go for it. It's always fun to learn new skills and meet other people who share your interests.
What hobbies do you have that you can do during quarantine or lockdown?
Hey Abby, how have you been keeping busy during the quarantine?
Oh, I've been trying out some new hobbies. I've been learning how to bake bread and I've also started doing some online yoga classes.
That sounds really cool. I've been trying to get into painting. It's a pretty relaxing activity.
Nice. Have you painted anything interesting recently?
Yeah, I painted a landscape of a beach. It's not the best, but it was fun to do.
That's great. I think it's important to try new things during this time to keep ourselves occupied.
What are some hobbies that you can do while at work?
Man, I'm so bored. There's nothing to do here.
Have you tried picking up a hobby while at work?
What do you mean? I can't exactly bring my guitar to the office.
Well, there are other things you can do. I like to do crossword puzzles or read a book during my lunch break.
That's a good idea. I always feel like I'm wasting my lunch break just scrolling through my phone.
Exactly. And it's a good way to take a break from work and clear your mind.
I think I'll give it a try. Thanks for the suggestion, Abby.
Have you ever tried any hobbies that are considered unusual or rare?
Hey Abby, have you ever tried any hobbies that are considered unusual or rare?
Yeah, I once tried beekeeping. It was really interesting.
Wow, that's quite unusual. How did you get into beekeeping?
I was always fascinated by bees and the role they play in the environment. So, I took a course on beekeeping and started my own hive.
That's pretty cool. I've never heard of anyone doing that before. I've tried falconry once, which I guess is also pretty unusual.
Falconry. That's awesome. How did you get into that?
My friend is a falconer and he invited me to come along with him one day. It was really amazing to see the bond between him and his falcon.
What hobbies or interests do you have that inspire you to learn new things?
Hey Abby, what are your hobbies or interests?
I love playing the guitar and painting. What about you?
I'm really into photography and cooking. They both inspire me to learn new things.
That's cool. I've always wanted to learn more about cooking, but I never seem to have the time.
Yeah, it can be time-consuming, but it's worth it. I've learned so much about different cuisines and ingredients.
Maybe you can teach me some time.
Sure, I'd love to. And I can learn some painting techniques from you too. What are some hobbies that you can do for mental stimulation?
Hey, Abby. What are you up to these days?
Not much, just trying to find some new hobbies.
Oh, I know what you mean. I recently started doing crossword puzzles, and it's been great for mental stimulation.
Crossword puzzles, really? I used to think they were only for old people.
No way. They are actually really fun and challenging. Plus, they improve your vocabulary and cognitive skills.
That sounds interesting. What other hobbies would you recommend for mental stimulation?
Well, reading and writing are always great options. You could also try learning a new language or instrument. Even doing math problems or playing strategy games can keep your mind sharp.
Thanks for the suggestions, Alfie. I'll definitely give some of those a try.
Have you ever tried any hobbies that require physical endurance like marathon running?
Hey Abby, have you ever tried any hobbies that require physical endurance like marathon running?
No, I haven't. I have never been much of a runner.
Really? I used to love running marathons. It's a great way to push yourself and stay in shape.
I don't think I have the stamina to run a full marathon. But I enjoy hiking and biking to keep myself active.
That's cool. Everyone has their own way to stay fit. For me, running a marathon was a personal goal that I wanted to achieve.
I understand. Maybe someday I'll give it a try.
What hobbies do you have that can help you unwind after a long day?
Hey, Abby. How was your day at work?
It was exhausting, but I'm glad it's over. How about you?
Same here. But you know what helps me unwind after a long day? Playing video games. It's like escaping reality for a while.
I know what you mean. I prefer reading a book or watching a movie. It helps me relax and forget about work.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never been a big fan of reading, but I like watching movies too. What kind of books do you like to read though?
Mostly mystery and thriller novels. They keep me hooked and I just can't put them down until I find out what happens in the end.
Sounds cool. I might have to give it a try someday.
What are some hobbies that you can do in a small space or apartment?
Hey Abby, what do you do in your free time?
I mostly read and watch movies. Why do you ask?
I want to find a new hobby, but I live in a small apartment. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, you could try cooking. You don't need a lot of space to make some delicious meals.
That's a good idea. What else?
You could also try painting. You don't need a lot of space for a canvas and some paint.
Painting sounds fun. I might give that a try. Thanks for the suggestions, Abby.
No problem. Let me know how it goes.
Have you ever tried any hobbies that involve traveling to different countries? Hey Abby, have you ever tried any hobbies that involve traveling to different countries?
Yeah, I love traveling and exploring new places. Last year, I went backpacking in Southeast Asia for 2 months.
That sounds amazing. What was your favorite country to visit?
It's hard to choose just one, but I really loved Vietnam. The food was incredible, and the people were so friendly.
I've always wanted to visit Vietnam. Did you have any other hobbies while you were traveling?
Yeah, I love photography, so I took a lot of pictures of the landscapes and people. I also tried scuba diving for the first time in Thailand.
Wow, you really made the most of your trip. I'm inspired to plan my next adventure now.
What hobbies or interests do you have that you are passionate about?
Hey Abby, what are you up to these days?
Not much, just pursuing my interests and hobbies. I recently started painting and I am loving it.
Wow, that's impressive. I have always wanted to try my hand at painting, but I never got around to it.
You should definitely give it a shot. It's a great way to de-stress and express yourself creatively.
Yeah, you're right. I think I'll pick up some painting supplies and give it a go.
That's awesome. What other hobbies are you passionate about?
Well, I love playing basketball and I also enjoy hiking in the mountains.
Nice. I have been wanting to go hiking too. Maybe we can plan a trip together sometime?
That would be great. Let's plan something for next weekend.
What are some hobbies that you can do during the fall season?
Hey Abby, what do you like to do during the fall season?
Oh, I love going for walks in the park and admiring the autumn foliage. What about you?
I enjoy hiking and camping during the fall season. The weather is mild and the scenery is breathtaking.
That sounds like fun. I also like baking pies and trying out different pumpkin recipes.
That's a great idea. I love pumpkin pie and apple cider donuts. Maybe we can have a fall-themed potluck and share our favorite recipes.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. It's always nice to spend time with friends and family during this cozy season.
What hobbies do you have that can help you improve your skills?
Hey Abby, what do you do in your free time?
Oh, I have a few hobbies. I like to play chess and do some gardening.
That's cool. Do you think these hobbies help you improve your skills?
Definitely. Chess helps me with my critical thinking and problem-solving skills. And gardening allows me to be patient and more observant of nature.
I totally agree. I like to read books and play video games. They help me improve my vocabulary and hand-eye coordination.
That's great. It's always good to have hobbies that are not only fun but also beneficial to our personal growth.
Absolutely. I think we should encourage everyone to find hobbies that can help them in some way. What are some hobbies that you can do to meet new people?
Hey Abby, I've been feeling a bit lonely lately. Do you have any hobby suggestions that could help me meet new people?
Sure, there are plenty of hobbies that could help you with that. Have you tried joining a sports team?
Not really, I'm not much of an athlete.
No worries, there's also volunteering at a local charity or taking up a dance class. You could also try attending a book club or a language exchange group.
Those are great ideas. I could definitely see myself attending a book club. I love reading.
Awesome. Just remember, the key to meeting new people is putting yourself out there and being open to new experiences.
Have you ever tried any hobbies that require a lot of research or studying, like learning a new language?
Hey Abby, have you ever tried picking up a new hobby that requires a lot of research or studying?
Yeah, actually, I've been learning a new language for the past few months. It's challenging, but I'm enjoying it.
Oh, that's cool. What language are you learning?
I'm learning Spanish. I've been using online resources and textbooks to learn grammar rules and vocabulary.
Nice. I've been thinking about trying to learn coding. It seems like it would take a lot of research and learning to get the hang of it.
Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of studying. But I think it's worth it to learn a new skill and challenge yourself.